Alright, today I'm cooking dinner for three of us. I'm making Asian style food. I have a bag of stir-fried vegetables. Fresh, of course, would be a better option, but I didn't have time to go shopping and chop everything up. I like mushrooms. I'm going to add some mushrooms. Love water chestnuts. Adding some of those. I'm going to use some garlic, turmeric. As I said, you'll see I use turmeric in just about everything. It's anti-inflammatory, so there are positives to using it. If you don't use a lot, you won't taste it at all. I'm going to spice it up a little bit. We like spicy food. Mustard powder for the Asian. Pepper. I'll use a little bit of salt. I'm not going to use too much because of the soy sauce. I am also going to use a little bit of sesame oil, grapeseed oil, and of course soy sauce. I'm gluten-free, so this is the soy sauce that my family has always preferred, even before they knew me. This is gluten-free, LaChoy. It always is. The downside of this is that, where's it at on here? Corn syrup is one of the ingredients. So this is actually not super healthy, but it is gluten-free. My family really likes it, and I am out of the healthier gluten-free soy sauce. Soy sauce normally has wheat as an ingredient, so it is usually not gluten-free. If you're not gluten-free, it doesn't matter though. Obviously, use whatever you like. I am using beef strips from Sprouts. Sprouts is awesome. It's one of my favorite stores. It is pretty much a reasonably priced Whole Foods. Very, very similar, really good, high quality products over there. Lots of organic stuff, locally grown. You can buy like milk in glass bottles and shit. They got great stuff there. This is not grass-fed. I do normally buy grass-fed. This I bought because when I bought this stuff, I was buying it so that I could make fajitas. I made slow cooker fajitas. You guys will definitely see my fajitas in the not too distant future. Love making them. They're delicious. Everybody likes them. Also super easy to do. So anyway, I bought these because this was pre-sliced when I made the fajitas, the slow cooker fajitas. I made a lot of them too. That was for the UFC in Madison Square Garden. It actually was the occasion that I was making that for. So I put that on. Spatula. They were frozen. They're just about thawed. I'm going to use the one that was more frozen. They're on the top shelf, so I had them together, tinfoil together in the freezer on the top shelf. The one that was on the actual top is closer. Use some of the sesame oil in here. Just going to start flavor it up. Another thing I use oftentimes when I make this, I will use both chicken and beef strips. The prepackaged ones, nothing too fancy. Obviously, you know, like I said, you do whatever you want. If you can, the closer to scratch you can get, probably the better off you are. But the whole point of these videos, as I've said before, my entire intention is to show that you can eat relatively healthy and clean without spending a ton of money or a ridiculous amount of time. Now, one thing I am going to do though too is that I would not mind it like this at all, but I don't think my family would like it. in those giant strips. So I'm going to cut it in half. Making them a little bit closer to bite size. There's not really a lot of fat in here. That's good. So, vegetables in here now. Garlic in, you put it to taste, and obviously however much you want or don't want, up to you. As I've said, and you've noticed that this is not the first one, or you will, the more of my videos you watch, I don't measure anything. Everything's to taste. There's the cayenne, turmeric, mustard. I usually tend to use a lot of the mustard when I use it, when I make this. Pepper. I normally just salt things right off the bat too, but actually with the because of the soy sauce, I'm gonna hold off. Do my best to even out the flavoring, the spices. Soy sauce all over everything. And with the mushrooms. Water chestnuts. And again, I'm going to mix everything mixing up. Make sure I get all the, mixing it to try to get all the same seasoning, spices and shit on the mushrooms and water chestnuts. Mix it up too, want to try to get everything as even as I can. Now, the other thing I'm going to do also in a couple minutes, I am still remaining low carb. So when this is done or closer to done, I'm going to take some out, put it to the side for myself. My family, however, is not eating low carb, so I'm going to make them some rice noodles. Whatever size you want. These are thin ones. I like them. Like I mix it up, I thin and thick. They're perfect for Asian food. You're kind of supposed to use them for Asian food, so nobody even notices. I started buying rice noodles when I went gluten-free. Really, I use it in like everything, and they're really good. They're really, really good. They absorb whatever kind of sauce you're mixing them with better than regular noodles, and they're a lot lighter. You can eat till you're full, but you don't get that, oh my god, I'm full, and like gross bloated feeling. So I will make those, like I said, for my family. I am going to just put some off to the side for myself. It's really not that difficult to cook for different types of diets or lifestyles or tastes. Like for instance, you know, I use the red pepper in here. If you're cooking for people that don't like spiciness, or you're taking it to a party maybe and you don't know how spicy people like it, just don't use any. And then if people want, they can just add it themselves. We've done that before. You just make whatever adjustments you need to. And you make it work. When I first went gluten-free and started buying the rice noodles, I would make regular noodles for my family and then just eat the rice noodles myself. When I make pasta. Eventually they tried it, they liked it. That is usually what we do now. Like I said, if I'm eating low carb, I'm just asking if they want regular noodles or rice noodles, and then just make the zucchini squash noodles for myself. Just going to taste a little, see what it needs more of. That is actually really good. A little spicy, but it's really good. Once it's mixed with the noodles, it'll take away some of the spiciness. The noodles are bland, so adding something bland to the spice will make the spice seem not so spicy. Plus, when the noodles are cooked for a couple seconds, I'm going to throw them in and mix it in with all the vegetables to absorb all the flavor. When I do that, I'll add more soy sauce. which will also help kind of negate a little bit of the spice. It's not super duper spicy, but it could be too spicy for some. Try just a little bit more. See if there is anything else you want to add. That's good. That is really good. Alright, so that's it. And now lower the stove. Leave it on like 2. Cover it. Room to breathe. I'm just going to leave it like this. When my wife gets home, we'll be pretty much ready to go. We've got water and salt in the pot. I'll add a little sesame oil. Throw the noodles in there. Rice noodles cook different and quicker than regular noodles do. The directions say, soak the rice stick thoroughly in warm water for about 5 to 10 minutes before preparing. What I'm going to do is bring the water to a boil, turn it off, turn the stove off. Those are thin ones, so I'm probably going to take the pot off of the burner as well, and then just let the noodles soak for like 5 minutes. I'll check them. It should be good. It should be done. If not, I'll leave them in for, you know, however much longer, but it probably won't be much longer at all. The thicker noodles, these are 3mm. I think I've had 5, maybe even 10mm wide noodles. Those ones, same deal pretty much. Bring the water to a boil, turn off the burner. I'll leave the pot on the burner, throw the noodles in there, 5 minutes, they're done. Like any other noodle, check it. You know, I take one out, run it under cold water, try it. If it's good, you're good. Strain them, throw them in the pot with the vegetables. Mix it up real good. As I said, the key though to keep it tasting good is you have to understand when you're adding the noodles, especially with rice noodles, because the way they soak stuff up, you're adding something bland. So I personally recommend adding a little bit more of something. In this case, with the Asian recipe or the Asian style food, I'm going to add more soy sauce. If it's Italian, in, you know, like a marinara or whatever, you're really not going to add anything. It'll end up being fine like that. So that's it. There you go. It is my Asian style dinner. I use beef. Most of the time I use beef and chicken. You could use whatever you want though. Pork. I'm sure you could use tofu. You could use no type of protein at all if you don't want to. Whatever makes you happy. This would also work with rice. You could definitely use rice instead of rice noodles if that's what you want. If you want regular noodles, you can do that too. You know, any type of variation that will make this work for you or make this appealing to you, go for it. Thanks for watching.